I was scrolling through our Sync Producer Hub community, and I came across this win that a producer, Courtney, had shared inside of our community that I thought was dope. I don't know how I just said community just now, but it was all slurred together. But anyways, I thought it was dope, and I don't know if she knew this or not, but she literally dropped a major gem in her post. So let's go to it. Let's check it out. She gave us an update. So she says, my new Jack Swing cue has been accepted. This marks the first cue this library has accepted after a year and a half of being signed with them. So to give you a little context, she had shared a post in our feedback thread inside of the Sync Producer Hub this same week. And inside our community, if you ever need feedback and you want to know if your music is sync ready, or if you need some mixing tips, or just to bounce your music off of someone else's ears, we have a space for you to share that there. So if that's something that you feel will help you on your journey, comment the word feedback and I'll shoot you a link with details. But she had dropped that post inside the community, and she was just like, yo, like, I'm working on this new Jack Swing brief. I'm not sure if I nailed it or not. Listen to it. Let me know. Everybody that listened to that joint was like, Courtney, you nailed the brief. Like, this is new Jack Swing. You did it. Instrumentation, the rhythm, structure, everything was on point. We were like, this joint is good to go. Submit it, please. So she did, and it got accepted by the publisher. So that was a huge win for her. But here's the gem. She mentioned this marks the first cue this library has accepted after 1 year and a half of being signed with this library, aka publisher. I'm gonna let that sink in. A year and a half, and this is the first cue that has gotten signed that she submitted to. Now, most producers would have given up like after month one. Let's talk about it. There are two types of producers. Let's talk about the first type of producer. The first type of producer is the producer that wants instant gratification. They learn something, they come across something, is super shiny. They're like, oh man, this is the way. They try it, and then if it doesn't show some type of movement or momentum immediately, they're out. They're like, yo, this is taking too long. Oh, I got rejected. Oh, they said no. Nobody hit me back. This isn't happening like I thought it would. I quit. And they go on and on repeating this cycle of starting things and then quitting things because it doesn't happen overnight, because the royalty checks took too long to start circulating, because the licensing deals didn't happen because they thought they should happen, or their music didn't get signed because they thought it was ready. They thought it was perfect for a TV show or a movie or a commercial or a video game, but the publisher didn't. So they go through this cycle. They jump from sync licensing to leasing beats to trying to pitch to major artists to trying to start some random t-shirt printing business. Like, they just jump from one thing to the next with no consistency because they don't stick to anything. That's the first type of producer. And they end up never getting any TV placements, never getting any publishing deals, and then pretty much calling everything a scam after that. Then there's the second type of producer. This producer gets into sync licensing, understanding that this doesn't happen overnight. This isn't a get quick rich scheme. This isn't, do 2 steps and the next thing you know, your music is on TV. This isn't a, submit what you feel works best and they're just going to place it because you said so. They understand it's going to require work. It's going to require pivoting sometimes. It's going to require refining production skills, mixing skills. It's going to require a lot of rejection, hearing more no's than you hear yeses. This producer understands this is a long game and that they're going to have to put in work if they want to see the results, and that the results is directly correlated with the amount of work that they're willing to put in. And these are the types of producers like Courtney that will win. After a year and a half of being signed with the publisher, she didn't give up. She submitted multiple times, kept hearing no or not accepted, but she didn't give up. She kept her head down. She kept working until she got that yes. Now she got the yes. This cue has been accepted. And now there's a possibility that it can end up ultimately getting placed in something. And that's because she didn't give up. And she understands that, yo, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to produce music no matter what. So I might as well put my head down and focus on something that has the potential to actually pay me for my music years after I've done the work, because she understands once this work is done, like once I put in the work learning how to structure music so it's optimized for editors, you know, putting in the work learning how to properly pitch music and package it so that it makes the publisher's life easy. You know what I mean? Understanding how to produce placement ready music for TV. Once she learns how to do those things, then she'll create a repeatable process that will get her repeatable results. And this is just the beginning of that because of her patience and because she just doesn't give up like the first type of producer. And that's the type of producer that wins in sync licensing. So which producer are you? Are you the first type who just gives up at the first sight of struggle and hard work? Or are you the second type of producer who understands this is a process and I'm willing to go through the process to learn how to do this the right way so that I can stay in this game as long as possible? So if that's you, comment the word hub. I'll shoot you a link to our community, or you can click the link in the description so we can teach you how to produce, prepare, and pitch placement ready music for TV so you can start getting wins like Courtney, because that's what it takes if you want to see success in sync licensing. All right, I just wanted to share that with you to encourage you and tell you to keep going. Sometimes it could take a while. It could be months. It could be years. You never know. But if you keep your head down, you keep working, keep improving on your skills, eventually you'll get that yes. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.